Welcome back, guys. Thanks for tuning in today. This video is a big one. This is about the massive change that I am making to overhaul my home system and make sure that everything works the way it's supposed to. So stay tuned because this is part 2. Welcome back, guys. We're going to start out by tearing out this old network rack, aka this really janky shelf that I just threw together so I had something to put network equipment on in this closet, because I knew it was all going to terminate down in this closet at some point. And well, when I finished off this basement, I wanted to make sure that I had good space for it to be. So here we are. We're tearing it all down. Here it's going to look like it takes about 20 seconds. In reality, I was a lot more careful with this stuff and put it out carefully on my desk so I knew exactly where it would be when I wanted it later. But anyway, disconnecting all the cables and moving things around, it takes time, like everything. So we're going to get this shelf taken down. Just got to go grab the drill, and we'll do a quick zip on the shelf and pull it down. Zip and zip, zip and zip. There we go. Shelf down. Now, next, test fit. We hate it because it blocks the doorway. So we got to do what I dreaded doing, which is take out the monitor, take out the speakers, take out the USB bar up at the top, because it's all in the way. And then when it's all in the way, it means we got to reconfigure everything. But it's worth it because this network rack has been something that I've needed to do for a long time. So, I'll start out by taking out this monitor. Pretty easy, couple screws just in the back there. And then the speaker mount is actually a little more challenging. Needed to grab some pliers for that. So, got the speaker taken out and then went and grabbed some pliers. Took that down, then the slip cover comes off, and then boom, speaker mount comes down. All right. Thinking about the monitor mount next, but somehow that got repeated. Not sure why. Okay, monitor mount comes down. There we go. USB bars down, and we're good to go. We got that hung up there. You can see I got the network switch in. I fast forwarded through a lot of the headache. I worked kind of tirelessly on this, and even this configuration did not work out for me. And you'll understand why at the end, because you remember those NAS boxes that I have? Well, there's not exactly enough room on the shelf to get them up there at the very end. So I'll show you guys. I'll share the final configuration. You'll see. I just thought that you might want to see the patch cabling go in, because that's pretty satisfying. And here we have it. Just making sure all the screws are in. Good to go. Looks good. Step back. Probably snap a pic here pretty soon. Oh, no. No. I'm putting the Hue hub back up and the Ring hub back up. There's the Hue hub. The Hue hub has the yellow Ethernet cable. I need to redo those patch cables as well. There we go. Picture. Done. Oh no, NAS box doesn't fit.
The next day.
All right, guys. The guys from Element Electric got the line up there from my office, and that is right where the wireless access point's going to be. So if you need electrical work done or anything like this, these are the guys I'd recommend. If you're in Cedar Rapids, Iowa, anyway. All right, guys, I just finished getting the wireless access point mounted, and it looks really good. It sits a little crooked up there, but I mean, all in all, I'd say it's a pretty fantastic connection. So the guys did a really great job running that cable out, and then I just finished terminating it and mounting that up there. So we're good to go. I'm going to see if I can get this hooked up and see if I can show you guys the difference in the speeds on not only the doorbell camera, but the connection for the front camera here where Hank sits to show you that the signal strength is much better. All right, guys, I'm outside the front door here, and we've got the camera pulled up on Ring. We're gonna go live, and these are the original network speeds right here. So you can see that 3.0 megabits per second, the 1.7, really, really low, just kind of crappy speeds, right? Well, I'm gonna go ahead and take this, and we're gonna move into this new access point that I've put up. And after we do that, we'll test these speeds and see if they're better. Let's also check out the front door camera, or the front camera here, and see if we can go live. Sometimes it really sucks. It doesn't really tell us what the speed is, unfortunately, on this particular camera. So we'll go back here. We'll go down to the device settings, and we'll go to device health. And the network strength says RSSI 84, and it's red. Now that's usually not good. RSS 84 means it's pretty far away from the actual Wi-Fi source. So, and as you know, the what do you call it? The Chime Pro that I purchased for this, or you may not know this, but I purchased a Chime Pro for this, and it wound up actually helping only the doorbell, but only by like 1 megabit per second. So that may end up going back to Best Buy after all this is said and done, if this works. All right, guys, we're back here, and we're back in the Ring app. I've successfully set up the wireless access point, and I just want to show you that I've connected these Ring devices to it. If we go to the device health here, sorry, there's so many cars going by. The signal strength now for the doorbell says RSSI 53, and it's green. And you can see that the network name is Gordon Front IoT, right? And then if we go to a live view, you can obviously see my ugliness there, but look at that number. We're sitting at 17 to 8, like it's been reliably above 7 megabits per second every time now that I've done this. So this is much, much better, even just for the doorbell. It kind of puts that Chime Pro to shame. Now, the real thing I wanted to show you guys is the front camera, which is what I just talked about a little bit ago. So we're going to close that. We're going to go back to just our front camera, and to start out with, we're going to go to device health, and you can see that the signal strength on that now says RSSI 41 on Gordon Front IoT. So it literally was just the freaking wall on this thing that was causing all these issues. And if I go back now, let's say live view on front, there's almost zero load time, and it's real time. You can actually see I'm waving, and it's working quite well. So I'm less nervous now about putting stuff outside, and now that everything is hooked up and working the way it should, I think we're going to have a pretty good and pretty easy time with keeping things live. So port 15 here is actually coming this first cable right here. So this first cable comes down to the patch panel on number 15, and then it plugs into the network switch right here. This is the main network switch. And then the PoE line runs to the back of port 16 here, and then runs up to this PoE switch up here, which is what powers the Wi-Fi access point outside that we just put in. So that is how it all works. And then all of these other beautiful patch cables here are, you know, the same kind of thing. We have things running throughout the house to the back of the patch panel and then to the network switch, as opposed to everything individually running into the network switch, which would be incredibly messy. All right, well, if you guys enjoyed this video, please smash that like button down below. I realize that this is a pretty impractical thing for most people to do, to run a PoE line in order to have a wireless access point out front of their house that runs their Wi-Fi cameras. most situations are going to call for a mesh Wi-Fi system, things like that. But I wanted, like I said, a no excuses way for all of these devices to actually run and pretty much have zero lag. And that's what I have now. So mission accomplished, I would say. But yeah. If you like this video and you like this kind of content, smash that like button, give us a subscribe, because these kinds of videos are actually a lot of fun to make. They don't get a lot of views usually, but we're trying. We're trying. So if you want help with your own network switch, feel free to reach out to us at BG Tech Repair. We'd be happy to help you with your home network setups and consult on anything that you might have going on there too. But anyway, have a good one, guys.